You caught me smiling again.
Again and again. Hey, fam. Love you. Hey, pretty lady. How are you?
Uncle Funky!
Girl, look at you.
How are you?
I'm blessed.
I'm glad to see you guys safe and dry. Let me turn up my volume a little. I lost you for a minute.
Yeah.
Yes, you survived the storm?
Yes, ma'am. It
Good.
it, it went right, and we survived. We did great. We did great.
Good. I'm glad. I remember those days. I'm from Port Arthur, so it was hit the hardest over there.
Yeah, yeah. You know well. You know well. So, my lady, you moved to LA,
Yeah.
and you are in this band called Loud as Funk.
Loud as fuck. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm
Um,
intrigued.
yep. I love funk music, so kind of kind of took off from there. When I got here, I was doing my own thing for a few years, and then we kind of collectively came together and just started making music. And we were doing a residency here in Los Angeles every Sunday night, and it just grew and grew and grew into something that was kind of bigger than us. And so we just decided that instead of doing cover songs, let's take the same energy that we have and write our own music.
So, the cover band era, I have a little bit of that in my past. I remember this small group by the name of Rufus and Shaka Khan started as a cover band, and a lot of great music developed out of that. Um, when you get to that level of professionalism and it's time to do your own thing, how does that, for folk who are interested in this, because we still have a lot of great musicians in the Houston area, as you well know.
Mm-hmm. A
Walk
lot
them
of them
through
are my friends too.
Yeah. Walk us through the process of when you know it's time to stop playing their music and start playing your music.
Ooh. Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna ever stop. I'm so inspired. I don't know if you remember from me performing from back in the day with at Scott Gertner's Sky Bar,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
that was like my stomping ground, and it made me into the entertainer that I am. It made me respect all these old school records and just make a connection. So I don't think I'll ever stop completely, but
Okay.
the moment that I noticed that it was time for us to move forward in another direction was just when I decided I was like I need to I myself, and I'm pretty sure the guys in the band feel this way too, just want to leave an imprint, and you want to feel fulfilled and not just give everybody a good time, but you want to feel fulfilled, and you want to leave that stamp in the world, and record it, write it down and record it.
Yeah. I tell people all the time, they were like, how long have you been doing this? I said, all my life. It's the
Hmm.
only job I've ever had. I started when I was 19. I'll celebrate my 67th birthday this October.
Oh, I wouldn't have
So
never guessed 67.
I appreciate that. So the blessing in my testimony is just that when God has given you this purpose, it's like oxygen. You float when you do this thing. It's as natural as breathing.
Right.
And this is why I'm excited about your band, because I heard the piece that you dropped, the coolest mother funkers on the planet,
This motherfucker on the planet. Yes.
and the groove is infectious. It's a great sound.
Thank you.
Yeah. So can you tell us about the players that are with you in the band?
Absolutely. I'll start off with the drummer. His name is Reggie Reg Johnson. He is originally from DC, and that's where that go-go
Mm-hmm.
feel comes in at. He is an amazing drummer. He has toured with the likes of Macy Gray, and he's been with Babyface for the past 2 years as his drummer. He's the one who basically kind of brought us all together. We all knew him, so he brought us all together. Um, the next person in the band is Ariel Mann. He's from Israel. He's an amazing, phenomenal guitarist. He works and writes scores for Disney. Um, Yuki Hayashi. He's the bass player. He's from Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he's from the west side of Japan. Okay, I
Mm-hmm.
call him Japanda. Because let me tell you, Japanese people got soul. Okay,
Yes.
they are not playing. They got soul.
Yeah.
So he's a phenomenal bassist, and he's very groovy. We all just come from different places and just kind of came here to do music. We have Clifton Williams. He's also the MD for Babyface. He plays keys for Babyface, and also Dominique Xavier Taplin. He is he's another piece of the puzzle that helped us write this particular record. Coolest Motherfunkers on the Planet. We've been together for like 6 years, and he's played with Prince. He's played with Toto. His resume is we ain't got time for me to name it all. But he's phenomenal, and I think collectively we all selflessly put ourselves aside to make this gumbo and make it funky.
The sessions are groovy, they're complex, but you, my lady, one night at the Sky Bar, you about blew the roof off that party that night, and I had to tell you, but you can sing, ma'am. You can flat out sing.
Thank you. I miss those days so much, man. Those were like thinking of those days compared to these days. I'm like, I want to go back.
Yeah,
I go back in time. Man, it's so weird because honestly, I'm a very reserved person. Mm-hmm. My personality is reserved, but it's something about the stage and it's something about the energy and the funk, I should say, that just kind of is like it attacks me, and it just like I gotta get it out.
So when things get back to normal, or as normal can be, you guys planning a tour? You're gonna come back to the city? But what's the agenda?
Absolutely. So right now, what we're doing is we're promoting a show. I've teamed up with a friend of mine, Crystal Starr, and we're trying to do a mobile trailer stage drive-in concert. And this Saturday is going to be our first one, and it's going to be here in Los Angeles. But the plan is, since we don't know, I've been out of work. I've been out of work for about 5 months now, so we don't know when we're going to go back to work. So the plan is to create a place for us to express our passion and play music and entertain. And so we're hoping to take that on the road, basically, and do drive-in concerts throughout the country.
Which is a lost art, the drive-in theater, which is phenomenal in itself. And the fact that these many years later, it's being reconstructed as a place that we can come and be entertained, because my soul needs it, your soul needs it. We need to get out and see, even with social distancing. Yeah. I missed that part of my job as well, because we're people persons. We love people. I mean, the moniker of the People Station is not just a moniker; it's a truth. And I'm just praying that you guys get a chance to get out, stretch out, enjoy the set, enjoy LA, and do what you do well. I'm so happy for you, sweetie. So happy.
Thank you so much. And I have to thank. I really have to thank Scott Gertner, Rick Marcel.
Mm-hmm.
He really I was fresh out of college, and Rick Marcel, he really just gave me a chance to get on stage straight from the church. Mm-hmm. Never been on a secular stage before, in that capacity. But he saw something in me, and he gave me the green light, and I was like, "You sure? You want to put me in, coach?" And he was like, "Yes, let's go." So I was like, "Okay." And so I really have to give him props and thank him 100 times over for honing. He helped me hone my craft.
Rick's a good guy. We attended church ourselves for a season. Scott and his family. My mom met Scott's sister on a plane from DC one weekend random, and she got off the plane. She was like, "Baby, do you know Scott Gert?" And I'm like, "Yeah, he's standing right over here." I was just at the club the other night. You couldn't have been surrounded by two better men who have the passion and great ears for talent. So we're pleased about that. All right. So we need folk to hear your music. We need people to connect with you. Give me your information. What are we doing socially? How can we find you? And how can people get the coolest motherfuckers on the planet?
The coolest motherfuckers on the planet. And make sure you say that in, and it's not the C, it's the Funkers. The Funkers.
Funkers,
Like
yes.
Uncle Funky.
Funky, got it.
So on all social media, our platform is Loud Ass Funk Band. And you got to make sure you put the band on the end, because there's another person who tags us in all the posts that we get tagged in. He's like, this is not them, this is them. So Loud Ass Funk Band on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. The song is on all streaming platforms. It's on Spotify, YouTube, whatever is you listen to. Make sure you just put in the name Loudest Funk, Coolest Motherfunkers. There it is. And it's also going to be in the handle in our bio on my page and on the band's page as well.
I'm sending light and love to you, my lady. Just wishing you the absolute best. Cannot wait to see you. Give you a big hug face to face. It's going to be good.
Thank you so much. I really can't wait to get back to Houston, and that's going to be like party up, okay?
No doubt.
I'm ready.
No doubt.
Thank you so much, Uncle Funky. I appreciate the time that you spent interviewing.
Yes, ma'am. You're welcome. God bless you.
Right.
Be safe.
All right. Thank you. You too.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Until we talk again.
Okay.